Hidden present from ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt is wrapped in mystery. But to know what they were trying to develop and what they were using in daily life, there are some helpful hints. Many of the hints are in hidden ancient Egyptian tombs. Artifacts in the tombs. Most of the time, artifacts were found in tombs. There was no paper in ancient Egypt, so drawing on the walls or on rocks was the only way to represent what happened in a day. Because Egyptians believed in afterlife, they drew happy life pictures on the tomb walls, wishing that the dead person is having a good time in afterlife. As the text The Art of Ancient Egypt says, since the ancient Egyptians were highly religious people, much of the art they created can be found on temple walls and in tombs in the form of sculptures and painting. I think it means that art was connected to religion. So they believed that those pictures helped the dead person in afterlife. Not only paintings, archaeologists found other artifacts too. These artifacts help us understand many things about the past. I think the most important thing that we can know from artifacts is who we are. To know this, we have to know how the ancient Egypt people lived. So finding artifacts are helping what we want to know. One of the texts that I use describes how archaeologists found about 5,000 artifacts in King Tut's tomb. And the tombs, however, were not a safe place. Thieves often stole some of the artifacts. All artifacts helped archaeologists to know about ancient Egypt more. This painting shows us lifestyle in ancient Egypt. In the middle, there is pharaoh sitting, and there is some gods around, and people. In ancient Egypt's paintings, there is characteristic because if there is a picture that has person in, their face was always facing to sideways, and body was facing straight to the side. Still in use now. Pottery tricks in ancient Egypt. Ancient tombs has artifacts that is made out of clay called pottery, which was used for keeping drinking water, keeping water for watering the crops, and for keeping the foods. No river gave them a good abundance of clay. They used coiled strands and wounded the clay. It was a very simple process. Then they tried to find out the easy way to bake the pottery was just to keep it under the sun. This was able to do in ancient Egypt because the weather in ancient Egypt is hot and dry. There was enough temperature to bake the pottery. This way can help environment. In that time, I think they already found the way to make the fire. But I think they knew that they need the branches to make the fire. And right now, I think environment is dying because of how we live. So baking the pottery without the fire helps us save the environment too. Though if you are living in it, to make artifacts, there was a producer and also there were positions for making artifacts. For example, Egyptians believed in afterlife, so they drew what connected to their beliefs. As they respected the pharaoh and god, they always contained pharaoh or god in their drawing. When they drew figures, they changed the size of the figure depending on their position in the society. If they draw figures size bigger, it means that they were respecting the person that they were drawing. Difference between now and ancient Egypt. Painting or making pottery was a job. They were working as a group. The leader was the master of the craftsman. If craftsman worked individually, people didn't look at his work, and they didn't pay any money for him. But if he trained the beginners and guided his assistants to the work well, people paid a lot of money to the old people in the group. Also, if they worked as a group, they also paid money a lot. Other difference is in the painting color. We have just one meaning for one color. But in ancient Egypt, they had several meanings for one color. They were mostly using green, red, white, black, yellow, and blue. Green means new life, red was life, victory, fire, and rage. White was used for purity and authority. Also, black means death, life, and fertility. They wear black when it's funeral. Yellow is eternity, and blue was sun, sky, and a new birth of the people's life. It's not all same meaning, but in these days, these colors are used for showing our feelings too. There is another way to show the feeling that is called lighting, but color can be used more because we can use the color for coloring the inside of the drawings. Gift or the curse. I think ancient Egypt is a gift for us. For example, art is most important gift for us. Because art doesn't have any boundary, and art can be made by anyone. There is many ways to look at the word art. And these important arts are a gift from ancient Egypt. Also, I think painting are the present or the gift for us because when we look at it, we can know what was happening in ancient Egypt. They may not just be about Egypt, but about their relationship with other ancient worlds which were still hidden to us. In ancient Egypt, they developed how they show their lifestyle in art. And to know more about what ancient Egypt wanted to tell us, archaeologists found many artifacts from the tomb of King Tut. We can develop our living because ancient Egypt developed. They told us what happened a long time ago, so now we can eat and save things that need for people to live. Their developments are used by us, and we are developing what they were developing more. So it's all connected. We can be careful what they were trying to protect too.